Oh, hi everyone. My new mute button would help if I remembered that I've got one. But you didn't have to hear all of that about the camera. Let's have a role player adventure. Thanks for joining us for episode 5. What's happened? We have been arrested for supposedly murdering the king. We haven't. He's, for some reason, jumped through some kind of interdimensional portal. Something like that. Who knows? Well, we'll know. We'll find out. The scenario is called Crack in Cullback. Yeah. This is where we are. We've got, like, I don't know, like, this is all new to us. Like, we only did the first 3 in our separate campaign. But, like, I don't know if you can see, like, it's a fairly thick book compared to the others. I don't know if that means that the adventure's longer, or I'm thinking it's probably that just because so many different things could have happened now, all the branching things are making more pages is maybe what it is. So, yeah, we're going to be... Maybe this is just the end of the adventures and we're just going to be stuck in prison for the rest of it. There's meant to be more. There's also, I keep forgetting, we need to kind of say at the end, there's a side quest adventure as well that you can play at any time in between the adventures. You can play it as long after the first one. You have to have done the first one. But, yeah, you can slot that in. So maybe we'll do that. We've also got 2 backstory things each in this, so a lot to get through. So shall we adventure, H?
Yeah.
You've got the adventure book. Actually, say some things into the microphone so I can turn you up. Start doing the story actually, and I'll just do it from that. Story. Oh, I need to put the main story camera on, don't I, for this bit because it's wide.
Have you added the event tokens to the supply?
What do you mean by the supply? Do you mean have I got event tokens?
You may make choices that will require you to place an event token on certain locations. They have got an exclamation mark on them.
Yeah, I have the event tokens.
Fine.
They're in the box.
Ooh, something new. King Taron has escaped to another plane, and you stand accused of his murder. After a short trial, whose verdict was never in doubt, you are sent to Cullback Prison to await your execution. When you arrive, Warden Mercy and 3 of her construct guards strip you of your weapons and clothes. One guard pours a bucket of cold water over your head. Another brands your shoulder with the symbol of crossed keys. They press an itchy grey uniform into your hand and leave you to recover in your cell. Each player remove all armor, scroll, and weapon cards and set them underneath Mercy enemy card.
Armor, scroll, and weapons. So I've still got my long-tailed weasel. Marty's joined us.
Yeah, don't worry, my dog's with me.
Get rid of what?
Armor, scroll,
armor, scroll, and weapon. Armor, scroll, and weapon. That's some. Yeah, it's some good ones. Let's say.
So about half of my deck.
Yeah, maybe just under half, kind of thing. So they are going with Warden Mercy. Okay.
Almost everyone detained here is a Dragool prisoner of war. They are not fans of the King's Guard. Many hurl insults or shout death threats as you are escorted to your cell and locked up for the night. You find a few simple beds, one already occupied by an orc, sound asleep. Faintly scratched into the stone wall just above it, you discover markings written in Dragool Common. Peeling one of the mattresses back, you discover a chisel hidden underneath. The artists must have used it to scratch their message into the wall. So we've got Discovery Card 98 and Rare Card 30. And we are at A.
Okay.
So we have got a chisel, but we can also use the chisel as a weapon.
Oh. Okay.
Who wants this? Perhaps me.
Okay then.
I haven't got many cards. A lot of
So
mine are
we're
on.
in location A, the cell block. Read entry A. This story button.
Okay. Is there an event token at this location? No.
Oh, there is XP.
Get the XP.
So we're carrying over like 5 XP from last time, I think.
The sun sets and the lanterns of the prison are extinguished one by one. Lights out! One of the construct guards yells. Soon you are asleep in your bed, lost in a dream. A kobold warrior charges through a field of battle. He blows into a horn made of white bone, rallying an army of Dragul warriors to his side. Somehow you know that it is Carthandor, ancient commander of the invading Dragul horde. The immortal knight, the most famous hero in Narlos, charges forward under Queen Gimnax's banner. He leads a troop of halflings, dwarves, and elves. You find yourself impossibly trapped between two warring armies in a battle that took place over 2,000 years ago. In our dream, do we fight for the Dragul, or do we fight for Narlos and the Queen?
Well, I think the way that we've been going, we fight for the Dragul.
Dragul. Let's do it. There is something inspiring about Carthandor. The cry of his horn fills you with strength. The soldiers, sensing your betrayal, charge forward to meet you in battle. And we are fighting Nightmare, Immortal Knight, and a guard.
Well, I've seen 2 people.
Yeah. Need a modifier Nightmare as well.
You've got those.
I didn't see those there.
So we need to fight 2 things. We've got 4 combat dice. So I suppose that's something.
Wow. I mean, that knight looks
Yeah,
insane.
My angles aren't set up to do 2 things. I can make it a little bit bigger. So we need... Make this a bit bigger for us. So we know it looks alright. The light seems very glary. On story cam today. So after rolling the dice pool, return all dice with values 2 and 4.
Yeah.
Back to the bag.
Oh, that's mean.
I'm guessing that we're supposed to lose this, right? There's no way the game can be expecting us to win this.
Well, we don't. Oh, we will lose health against the guard, but the Immortal Knight takes XP.
Yeah, but every space on him is damage. It must just be a story thing.
Okay, what should we have? Do we just go for a random?
Yeah.
We may as well, aren't we?
Yeah, we need every colour, and we can't really add dice. And like, we only get 4. Even if we did it perfectly, we would need to survive
Okay.
4 rounds of combat, actually. Even if we did it perfectly. And if you did the most damage at one time, like...
We got the cube, the green combat cube.
Hey.
We got the green combat cubes.
Yeah. No, there's 1 more than 3 rounds of combat. There's 1 more die. Unless we've got something left that lets us change it. So... Or maybe we get something special if we do manage to win it. So, what do we need for... Oh, well, a purple 5 is okay. 3 on the red's no good. 4 on the white's no good. But what can we do? I can add stamina to rows. I can turn things into a 5, so I could turn the 4 into a 5. I can turn a 5 or a 6 into any colour.
I can add a dice.
I can flip.
Any a red dice.
I could flip a white. Because we can play 2 cards, can't we? And we've got the bonus play lying around. I could flip a white. Because we're still going to need to do things to white and red, aren't we? For your normal powers. Just if we might as well give it a go. The 5s are the worst thing. We don't like those black and blue 5s down there. That's the least damage we're stopping them doing. We could do with. Can you adjust a 3 by 1?
I can use my chisel.
Oh.
I haven't got any of my things. I couldn't adjust it to make it a 2.
Well, do that then. Because then that's 3 damage taken care of that they would otherwise do to us. What else is big?
Oh, is that gone forever?
Yeah.
Oh. What, that's gone forever, ever?
Yeah. That's like 1 use. So I can return familiars. I could add a black or purple. Maybe I should do that.
I can add a red.
That is my second card, though. Maybe I should do that next time. Just the black 3 space or the blue 3 space would be best at like trying to calm the damage down a bit, but I can't really do much about that. What can you do? Just add a die.
Anything into a red or white. Not useful. Add my familiar dice. Turn anything into a blue or a red. Not useful. Turn anything into a 6. Not useful. Turn anything into a blue or green. I could turn it into a green 6.
Would that help us?
Well, we would take 2 less damage.
Maybe we need to settle for that then.
Oh, or I could add a red.
I suppose defeat like.
Or I can add a red dice, but
You could change it to a green, but it does stay out there as that's a black that's not going to come out of the bag now. It's just the amount that we're taking: 3, 5, 10, 12, 14, 18 damage each. So we get 1 more round and then we will die.
Oh, anything into a green. I couldn't work out which card I chose.
It feels like we shouldn't have played anything and just died. So we do that.
I know, but we'll get some XP at the end.
We take 18 damage. I think.
Yeah.
And we've got 19 health. And then... yeah, same again. 4 dice. So we might as well try and add dice now, because we just can't do anything that would spend stamina. I only played 1 card. It's just, if we'd have added that die, and it'd have been rubbish. Yeah, probably should have just done the familiar. So... we've got white 6, green 2, green 5.
All bad.
I can turn a 5 into something else. I think. No, I can turn anything into a 5.
I can turn that red into a black 3 or a blue 3.
Yeah, black 3 is probably good. Let's
just see what else. I can add a red. I can turn anything into a 6. We don't need a 6. That's pointless.
I can turn a 5 into a 1. So there's 1. That's 1 card played. And then the other one. Hi, Hans. Good evening. Hi, Omar and Matt, by the way. I was talking to you.
I'll do that then, I guess.
When there was no sound. I can flip purple, so that's not useful. I can turn a 6 into any colour, but we don't need a 6. I can turn a 4 into things, which doesn't help.
Shall I add a red dice? Or shall I add a familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we don't really need.
Either way, it's a red or a white.
Yeah. Yeah, might as well do it.
Add a red or add a white.
Yeah.
Which one?
White.
Oops.
That's white 5. That's what we need, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then, so I could turn the green purple. I could turn the green purple, and then that's the 2 taken care of. And then what can we do? We can't really adjust that white by anything. You haven't got your rerolls, have you? We don't need a 6 of another colour, so there's no point doing that. I could just add the weasel as the bonus play.
Might roll a 5 or a 3.
Yeah, so we don't need purple anywhere, do we? Let's try the weasel. Where is it? Here it is. The weasel. 2. No good. No use for that. Can't play any more cards. I've just used the bonus play. So, we die. But we get that stuff, don't we?
We get 1, 2,
Unless
3,
the game
4.
The game in a minute says, no, you don't get that stuff.
Yeah, let's see. 5, 6 XP.
6 XP.
1, 2 money.
And 2 money. You get ready to take all of that away.
Let's have a look. The Dragool are bound in change, which actually makes sense because the Dragool did lose that war.
Yeah, I don't think we were meant to win that fight. You'd have to be incredibly lucky. Or have a ton of cards or something from other things. I didn't use my psionic, but I wasn't spending XP for cards.
Though you fight until the bitter end, you are soon surrounded by the Queen's Guard, and Cathandor is put into chains. He shouts something to you as he is carted off with the other Dragool prisoners. A young goblin interprets for you. Cathandor says you fought well, the goblin claims, but that his spirit cries out for justice. Free the Dragool, bring Kullback to its knees. Wait for it. Each player return all stamina in your fatigue box to the supply. It was just a dream, guys. Come on now. We never did this nightmare thing either.
No.
We forgot.
I don't think it
about
matters.
that, but never mind. Each player flip your cast card face up if it's face down. Oh, I forgot all about that. Return any gold gained. Each player refill your attribute rows up. Return any cards in your spent space to your hand. Get the chisel card back. It's just a dream, everybody. It wasn't actually true.
But we got like 6 XP.
Yeah, so let's keep that. You startle awake as the sunlight pours into prison. When the doors of the cell block open, you're visited by a goblin. Though older in appearance, with spectacles and deep wrinkles cut into his skin, he looks quite similar to the interpreter from your dream. He introduces himself as Gundor. For weeks, he explains, all the prisoners have dreamt of Cathandor and of a battle fought over 2,000 years ago. Tonight I dreamt that you would be the one to free us from Kullback. After a brief awkward silence, Gundor smiles. I will show you around, he says. Trust me when I say to you, you will want a Dragool by your side. We should talk to Vrax. She's the leader of the Fighting 87th, the gang running the exercise yard. If you want Dragool help busting out of here, she's the one to talk to. Or, if you'd like, we could go to the archives. I have some old maps of the prison that could help us plan an escape route. You notice a crack between stones along the back wall of your cell. You press your hand against the gap and feel cold air passing through. In the cell opposite yours, you see a Sheki with the eye of the starlit door carved into his bark. They're like the tree people, aren't they?
Yeah.
If your starlit door is 2 or higher.
Nope.
No. It's unlucky. Use an item, rest or move. Use the chisel.
Well, it's my backstory now then. I think,
Those
mine is A.
options.
Just hang on for a sec. There's something a little wrong with the stream. We'll be back in 30 seconds or something. Messing around.
Yeah.
There we go. We should be back now. Right. So that's done with. And yeah, backstory time.
Gone back to old-fashioned book this week.
So this is my split personality backstory. Just carry on.
You hear a sharp cry of pain from another prisoner in the cell block. Seeking out the voice, you discover an aging flayer in her bed. She's shivering with sweat. Gundor pulls a small vial from his pocket filled with a swamp green liquid. When he sees you eyeing it, he smiles awkwardly. It's contraband magic, he admits. But my friend is dying. This is the only thing that dulls the pain. Madia scoffs at Gundor's excuses. She would prefer to hand the potion over to the guards. Perhaps there would even be a reward. So that's one of your personalities, isn't it? Thaddeus feels sympathy for the flayer. He can see that she is suffering. The two begin arguing aloud as Gundor raises his eyebrows in surprise. You better decide quickly before he thinks you've gone insane. So do you want to be a goody two-shoes, like Madia, and confiscate the contraband? Or do you want to follow Thaddeus's example and let the flayer consume the illegal potion?
Let him consume the potion.
Move your alignment marker to the right.
Chaotic.
Gundor gently raises the potion to the flayer's lips. She takes a few gulps and then seems to fall asleep. Here, Gundor says, passing you the potion. I'll be making another batch soon. No need to let the last few drops go to waste. You take a quick sip and feel refreshed. Add 3 stamina to your constitution attribute row, ignoring the usual limit. And then we've just got the usual.
Yeah, so we need to use the chisel then. I'm guessing that we can't leave the cell block. It says we can move to another location,
yeah, well,
but I would imagine that we can't. Let's have a look.
I would imagine we can. Why can't we go to the exercise yard? Prisoners can move about during certain hours of the day, can't they?
I suppose. Into the
But we're
guard's
trying
room.
to chisel anyway. Yeah, but I wonder if we go there, if it asks us if we've got a key or something.
Maybe.
Chisel, 98. You scratch at the stone with your chisel. After a short time, you stop to check your handiwork. You've barely made a dent. Somehow you need to bring more pressure to bear in your blows. Trying to scratch your name? Gundor guesses. Looks like someone else carved up the wall over here. Left quite a little poem, in fact. Do we ask Gundor to translate the poem?
Yeah.
Or do we just leave it?
Leave it.
Okay, where are we going? Come on, Gundor. Tell us a poem. Gundor clears his throat and proceeds to translate the poem scratched into your cell wall. Cathandor, do not sleep. Your people are in chains. Cathandor, sound your horn, or forever shall we remain. Horn of Cathandor, make us brave. The freedom we seek lies through your grave. A bit grim for my tastes, he decides.
I suppose. Let's move on then. So we've done my backstory from there.
Because I wonder, he says we can go to the archive, so we must be able to go there. Or the exercise yard. So the exercise yard is the leader of the gang. Archives is where the maps are to escape. Maybe we can go to the other places. What?
Yeah, so we can go to the archives to...
Yeah. Where would you like to go?
To go to the archives.
Yeah, I suppose we can't just go straight to the exercise yard, can we? It's
No,
all
you've
the
got to
way
go
around
through
anyhow.
something.
Yeah.
So, number 4.
Number 4. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
I don't think we've got that title.
We did capture him.
Did we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have got that.
Yeah. So we go to 5-7. We're going to see him.
You're stopped by a group of prisoners. Each has a purple eye tattooed on their forehead, indicating they are members of the Starlit Door. You recognise the leader of the group as Gimlix, the artifact hunter you arrested just outside the village of Jolev. He appears perfectly happy to see you. Old friend, he shouts, do me a favour and try this on. It's an artifact of immeasurable power. Gimlix lifts a thin golden chain and locket from around his neck. You can see a circular scar where the chain once touched his skin. Put on the chain or ask about the scars on his neck. Ask about the scars on his neck.
Is he just a jolly goblin, or is
he's
he trying to trick us?
He's not our friend. He's not an old friend.
No, he was very nice when we actually arrested him. It was very strange. It was very, very strange. So, 21.
Gimlet shrugs. Amulet burns a bit. It's a small price to pay for the visions it provides, but maybe you're not ready for that yet. He puts the amulet back on. Oh well, he says, no less cheerier than before. It was good seeing you. If you happen to see a ghost running around here, kindly point him in my direction. I have something important to ask him. And with that, Gimlet and his band of followers continue their walk through the prison. A few of the cultists give you a dirty look as they pass.
Should have trusted him.
Anything to do with that guy? He's not old friend. We're no friend of the Starlit Door. So we've done the event, and now we're in E.
I'm saying we have to be friends with them, but we could trick them.
He wanted us to wear a Bernie necklace.
Maybe it would have done some good. I don't think we have.
No, I don't recognise that. Nope.
No.
There is XP. Continue reading. A large number of bookcases and boxes with rolled parchment have been crammed into a rather small room. On a table in the back, there's a small block of marble. Sorry for the mess, Gundor says. I've been trying to reorganise chronologically. Based on particular, his voice trails off as a headless construct guard stumbles towards you from the other end of the room. It bumps into Gundor and immediately grabs the goblin's neck, twisting it. It's almost as if the deranged guard were attempting to snap off Gundor's head and take it as his own. Sparks shoot out from the cavity between the guard's shoulders where his neck used to be, crackling like fireworks. Fight the guard or find another way to disable him. I don't mind. I've just had a constitution boost. I suppose intelligence isn't the best thing. What do you want to do, Rach?
Maybe we could disable him, I don't know.
Could try to disable him.
Yeah, let's disable him.
I think we're okay with those colours. The construct looks incredibly strong. Perhaps there's a way to disable him without risking a fight. And if we fail, we'll probably just have to have a fight. So, Introspection 2. We haven't got, though, our bonus play.
Oh yeah, we didn't say get that back, did it?
No. Where's my test button?
Oh, Matt, we haven't got the head anymore. We used that on the bust.
Test? There we go. Yeah, that was all of those discovery cards you have to put back at the end of every scenario.
So
we've got none of that now.
6 dice limit.
I suppose it's not that bad. So I can add... This is all extra constitution anyway for me. So I can add a couple of greens.
A couple of greens. What else do we need?
Blue,
Any
and
red
then a white
some
and red.
Blues. I mean, I could give a blue.
Yeah, I could do a blue. And then you could do a red.
Oh, can I?
Well, you can do that from you. We'll probably need the card plays.
I'll do the red.
And then I'll use this and say green. Is green and blue are not great at, are we? Can I turn things green?
Gundor's head. Oh, Gundor's our friend.
I can turn things green. I can't really mess with blue. Can you change blue?
I can change anything. Change a red. Turn things blue. I've just got loads of cards that lets me turn things into something else. But 2 blues, for example.
Okay.
All my rerolls and stuff are weapons.
I'll do the. I'll set the blues to 2 and 4. So we need a die from the bag.
Oh yeah.
And then roll them. Yeah, I'm not really feeling Gundor. Get rid.
Oh, don't be mean. Gonna help us get out. Either with the Dragool or we're not with the Dragool.
So we've got a green one. You can adjust that red, can't you?
I can, yes. Well, it gets rid of the chisel.
Well, how are we going to get the green 3?
Green 3, just let me see. I can add a green.
Might need to do that. I can turn other things green. So I could turn the red 3
green.
green.
The other 2 into a 2?
I can flip the purple and turn it green. As my 2 card plays.
Then that's 3.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said that.
And then, to do that, that's there. And then I can change the...
You can use the chisel.
Yeah. For that, done. 2 XP.
Yeah.
I would say nailed it. So
and
we are. You come up with a plan. You notice the construct is... Oh, it's you, Tom.
You notice the construct is standing on an oversized copy of Power Plays and Takeovers. You pull hard on the tome and the construct stumbles wildly, slamming into a bookcase with a shower of sparks. Sprawled out over a pile of dusty books and splintered wood, he doesn't look like he's getting up again anytime soon. Thank you, Gundor says in a quiet, raspy voice. You search the construct's body. Discovery card 77. He definitely owes us. Skeleton key.
Look what he's give us. We can go anywhere.
So let's use the chisel then.
We've got some more story.
Oh, Gundor removes a dusty old map from a wooden crate and spreads it out over the table in front of him. They brought more Dragool here dead than alive, he explains. There used to be an entrance to the catacombs from the cell block, but it's been sealed.
Right, use a chisel. 98. This chisel's free, may as well.
Picking up a copy of 7 Habits of Highly Effective Minions, you use the chisel to scratch your initials into its cover. Gundor seems deeply displeased, but he doesn't voice his objections. We could try and use the key, we might as well.
So 1 if it's stamina. For stamina? I was going to say fatigue.
You hold the skeleton key in your hand. If that's what I think it is, Gundor exclaims, it should open just about any lock in the entire prison. Fate favours us this day.
Oh, I bet the construct left it down.
Okay, so nothing to do here then. So should we go over to the guard room?
If you use a skeleton key on the chisel? I suppose that's...
You can if you want to.
No, because it'll cost.
Yeah, it will.
It's probably not worth it. I like using things.
So, carry on along this way.
Mm-hmm.
So,
to the guard room.
number 3.
You want to go to the guard room? What number?
3. We haven't got Duntum's Abandoner, definitely not.
No, we were friends with Duntum. A few insectoid prisoners sit together on the ground, their arms and legs intermeshed. The insectoid at the centre of this tangle of arms and legs has its mandibles latched onto a perfectly round yellow ball. She tightens her grip, cracking the ball in half and swallowing it whole. As she reaches for a second ball, it becomes clear that these are not some strange unfamiliar fruit, but rather insectoid eggs upon which she is feasting. Gundor lowers his voice to a whisper. Better not think about it, he advises. Insectoids are not goblins. They have their own ways, and we must respect them. When the insectoids see you, they untangle themselves and stand aside, allowing you to pass. A single egg rolls across the stone floor and stops at your feet. Do we grab the egg and run? Or pick it up and return it to them? Why would we grab the egg and run away? I don't understand.
That sounds exactly like what we would do.
We're friends to these things.
Are we?
It's surely a dragool
Is it?
creature, yes.
It seems like we've been doing the mad things.
We don't want to help the dragool insectoids. This is a dragool prison.
Viewers, Matt, what do you think? Grab the egg or give it back? What do you reckon?
What are you grabbing the egg for?
See what's in the egg.
You want to smash it, don't you?
I'm gonna raise it as my own. What is she doing? She's eating them. They might not be her eggs.
Give it back. Well done, Matt.
No, when we play, I'm gonna smash it.
Grab it if you want and run.
So pick it up and return it to them.
You want to kill a baby, you do. Kill a baby
That's literally what she is doing. She is eating those eggs.
That's what they do. Spiders do that in real life. Animals do that. You scoop up the egg and hand it back to its mother. She accepts and cradles the egg in a crook of her neck. Ah. She stares at you with unblinking black eyes. She seems affected, but it's impossible to read what emotion she wishes to convey. To your surprise, she speaks to you in Narlos Common. Not here, she hisses. Wouldn't be right. Wouldn't survive. You nod slowly, indicating you understand. Sorry, everybody. If she let it be alive, it would die in the prison. The time will come, she adds, for the birth of new things. Cathandor will save us. The dragool shall be restored. Ending on that cryptic note, the mother lifts the egg up into her mouth and crushes it with her mandibles. You don't understand the insectoid's ways, but decide that it is not your place to intervene.
Nah, I would have raised it. I'm gonna do my own solo playthrough, where from this point forward in the story, I raise an insectoid.
Coming across that thing, I'll let you crush it.
The option wasn't crush it. The option was take it and run.
If you're going to run away with it, what do you think we're going to do with it?
Not kill it. That's the option. The option is let her kill it or don't let her kill it.
Yeah, but what are you going to do with an insectoid egg?
The option isn't crush the egg yourself.
At the end of the scenario.
That wouldn't be an option, would it? That would be the same thing. So we go to the guard room.
Guard room. What room is that book in?
B.
Is it yours?
Open B.
I just wondered, that book seemed halfway.
Don't worry about that.
Between the exercise yard and the guard room. He did want to make... Do you know what? He doesn't even like eggs. Doesn't even eat eggs. Do we have a warden's killer?
No, because there is the warden.
Is there an event token? No. There is XP. Get the XP. Gundor eyes the guard nervously. I'll wait outside. You enter a large room where Warden Mercy, a human woman, sits behind a large wooden desk flanked by constructs. She studies you thoughtfully as you make your way across the room. You may not remember, she says, but we've met before. We fought together under Commander Zalik against the dragool. And now here you are. Is it true? Did you murder the king? You're not certain what to do. The warden might not believe you if you tell her that King Tauren escaped to another plane. You are not certain that you believe it, even though you saw it with your own eyes. Do we convince her of the truth, or invent a clever lie?
Well, I'm good either way. I'm good at charisma. I suppose you're better at strength. If we choose strength and charisma, it will want red dice. You're not good at red dice anymore, are you? You're not good at things.
Anything with blue and green would be nice, because I can turn a lot of things into blue.
Well, intelligence is blue. We're just not going to be able to spend much to get dice of that colour. So go for it.
Invent a clever lie.
Intelligence, charisma.
She's never going to believe the real story, so you'll need to think of a convincing lie if you want to profess your innocence. We can't add any stamina.
So deception 2. So what should we buy? So what do we need? 2 blue, 2 purple, and a black or white. So I can buy a purple. Definitely. Rach, what do you want to buy?
You should have thought about this. We haven't even got... We can buy 1 blue between us.
I did say that.
I didn't know you said that we got no cubes. We can buy 1 between us. What else do we need?
And then
A white, I guess.
you buy a black or a white. Actually, can I adjust black, or I have not got those cards? No, I can't really adjust black either, so it makes no difference.
White.
And then the dice limit's 6. I think I've eaten a bit of the white of an egg once. I think I tried to eat an egg sandwich. Disgusting.
I love eggs. Love him. Absolutely love him. Well, that's a lot of ones there.
No, that's nothing that we need.
Oh man, we are in trouble now.
So, I can turn a 4 into a 2. So maybe that's one of the things. Well, I think that basically means it's one of the things that, like, a lot of the checks are fairly easy, but in a skill check rather than a fight, like, maybe level 1 you'd be okay, but level 2, and I can't imagine above that, if you roll all dice that are wrong,
yeah, we can't
it's impossible.
Can we? Because we can't change more than 1 dice at a time. We didn't rest. Well, can we get this 2 XP? At least.
Yeah, I can turn the 4 into a 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can turn the 4 into a blue, can't you? Because yeah, it's just not possible.
So we get 2 XP.
But even if we had the bonus play token and we had more stamina, we can still only play 5 cards. 2 each in a bonus play.
Yeah.
Because we had a bonus play taken off us. So you just can't do it.
So we get 2 XP. Get your discards back. And then we see what happens when we fail. Homemade bread. It's a lot of effort there. But it's tasty. Your lie is just as absurd as the truth. You tell the warden your story, but she cuts you off in the middle of your speech. Perhaps someone else would be impressed with this absurd web of lies, she says. But I must confess that I lack the patience for it. I hoped against hope you were innocent, for I have need of your aid. But you betrayed your oath, and for that reason I cannot trust you. She quickly skims a book sitting on the podium in front of her and finds your name. We provide every prisoner at callback with a bed and a warm meal, she explains. In exchange, we expect an honest day's labour. I'm assigning you to the smithy. There has been chatter among the prisoners about a riot. If you want to prove your loyalty to the crown, return to me with hard evidence of their plot. Now, if you will excuse me, I have important matters to attend to. Record the keyword unconvinced. And reveal discovery card 26.
We've still got the...
Whoops. We get the discovery card and then...
What discovery card?
26.
Ooh. So that goes in 1 circle. Smithy. Yeah, let's... Like, I get a feeling that we're not getting the option to kill her.
We also haven't got the option to rest.
So, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah?
Because it's backstory time. It's you. No, wait.
It's not me.
Yeah, I thought we were going to a different place next, so I got yours ready. So B, Lost in Time. L.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh. It's not going well.
Yeah, we did spend the stamina to get the right colours, but if, like, you need 6 dice, and all 6 dice are numbers you don't need,
Lost it. I'm lost some.
then all the cards we've got out so far only are just 1 die. So, and we can play 5. We didn't have our bonus play, but if we did have our bonus play, that's 5 cards. Like, at the moment, we haven't got armor and stuff, so rerolls, multiple cards for 1 cost isn't an option at the moment. So yeah, unless, like, if we'd have rested and I had my charm and the 2 purples happen to be flippable to the right numbers, then we could have done it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did
got rerolls, have we?
we did spend the stamina.
Okay. Dazen, your best friend growing up, also had the family name Mercy. Out of curiosity, you asked the warden to reveal her given name. Her response, Hannah, confirms your suspicions. This is your best friend's daughter. She was born a few weeks before you were turned to stone. As it happens, you owe Warden Mercy's now deceased father a rather large sum of money. By law, his living relatives have a right to collect on that debt. Do you have the personal title of blackmail?
No,
Okay.
I have no personal title.
Warden Mercy probably doesn't realise that you owe her anything. Whether or not you honour your obligation would seem to be entirely up to you. Do you admit to her that you are in her debt, or do you regale her with stories of her father?
Regale her with stories of her father. I don't get how this is the evil choice.
You were very good last week, and now you're being not good.
Well, that seems like the daft
if
choice.
If you're saying you're in debt, you're giving her the money that you owe her family, so that's the good choice.
Not a family. Debts to a long past civilization.
Move your alignment marker to the right.
And it's chaotic, not evil.
The warden's eyes widen with surprise when you admit that you knew her father. She's delighted by your stories and appears completely unaware that you were in her family's debt. My father spoke highly of you, the warden says. Then she digs into her pockets and fishes out a few gold coins. I shouldn't do this, she explains, but even a little gold goes a long way in Cullback. Having something to barter with can make the difference between life and death. If you were truly a friend to my father, I owe you that much.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would say so. Use an item? Do you think it's not supposed to say that?
No, we can use an item in the guard's place. We didn't even think about that, did we?
Yeah, but the option wasn't there before. We did think about that. So I think is that a mistake?
Well, now she's been our best friends. No, we'll ignore that, shall we?
So, get the book. I suppose we'll go back to the archives then and rest. Just go back to the nearest empty place so we can rest. Nice, thanks, Joel. Please like and comment and subscribe and all of those things. And patreon.com/slickerdrips if you'd like to help me make more playthroughs and things.
There's nothing to do here, just rest.
So nothing comes up. So
there's a small amount of text. There's a number of books and scrolls being collected here. There's a headless construct guard sprawled out over a cracked bookcase laying on the floor. There is a small block of marble on the table at the back of the room. We didn't know that, did we?
So we're resting.
But there's a small block of marble on the table at the back of the room.
In here?
Yeah.
No, because it made us use the chisel on a book.
Yeah.
9.
How many are you done to?
So that's all of my stamina. I suppose I should just put it out in the rows. We get the bonus play back. Rest has been used. Cards are all back.
Pop them in the dice bag.
And then I guess move on to Chow Hall, which is number 1
Uno.
in the adventure book. Stepping over a sewer grate as you pass through the prison, you're startled when a hand grabs hold of your ankle. Shh, a voice whispers. The guards are watching. Don't look down. You ignore this demand. The sewers are too dark to see much of the shadowy figure below, but you do recognise his voice. It's Tarek Nowlin, the halfling who led you on a secret mission at Black Lake from Adventure 1. I'm about to make a very loud noise down here, and I don't want to attract any attention, he explains. I need you to create a diversion for the guards. Start a fight with another prisoner. Make guards think you're insane, or refuse to cooperate and alert the guards. So, Constitution and Charisma we're okay at. I feel like fight.
That's unlike you.
Because fight is more likely you win it. We haven't got half of our cards.
You should have that back, by the way. Fight, fight, fight. I'm always up for a fight. 531.
Kobold.
Yeah. He lunges a kobold passing by, hitting him square in the jaw. He punches back and the other prisoners form a circle around you, cheering him on. As long as prisoners aren't killing each other, the guards seem more than happy to let them blow off a little steam.
So, fighting a kobold. And if there's just one person we're fighting, we just roll the dice at the bottom. Right, so spending things there. I could do a white. Because I can't adjust black or white. It's the fight.
Guess I'll buy a green then.
And then, what's our combat? We'll get 4 combat dice. I think, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Which one?
It doesn't matter because we can't adjust dice.
Black, okay.
So, like, that was the main decider. Rach is in another world.
It's been a long week.
That was a 1. Okay, so...
Nothing. Okay. Got a situation.
So with the things that we've got, I don't know that we can do that then.
Oh man.
I can turn a 4 into a 2 or a 6, which we don't need. I can flip a purple, which we haven't got. I can probably the best thing to do is to add the long-tailed weasel, add a die, and hope that it's right. Because we've got multiple rounds at least.
What if we had a red as well? And I can change reds to other colours. Oh, that's not really. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's not waste time.
Can't find the weasel. There it is. Got a number we need. Nope.
Nope. But we have got 5 red then. So I can turn that into a white.
I can flip the familiar. It's just a shame because I can do that to 2 purples. It's just how likely are we to draw 2 purples? I can turn... No. Can flip... Oh, yeah, I'll flip 1 purple then. I can flip a purple or a white. I know we don't need the purple to be 5, do we? Oh, but it's a black. Yeah. Flip the familiar. Because it's a black or a purple. So there we go. And
So
I don't think we
play 2
can...
cards.
I don't think we can do anything else to that green, can we? We can't flip a green. I could change it to a green, just so we're taking less damage. Can I change it, or I change the green 4 to a purple, because purple is 3 damage that we're taking.
Oh, hang on a minute. Was that the extra play?
Yeah.
No, I could have changed it to a green, but can't play it.
Yeah, we probably should have left one of the bottom ones empty. But that's
Right,
okay. So we take 3 damage. Move on to the next round. And then I think probably just draw 4 dice out. Because you can turn anything purple, can't you? It only really matters that we need the number. Which we don't get. So what can I change? I can change a 5 into things. I can change a 5 into a 3. So there we go. I'll change a 5 into a 3, and you can turn it green, can't you?
That is correct.
Yeah, the weasel has been very useful. So
1 gold and 1 XP.
Yep.
Get rid of them. Get your discards. Goodbye, kobold. Let's see what happens. Your fight distracts the guards.
you manage to keep the guards distracted. An explosion rumbles the ground beneath you, but the sound is mostly muffled by the cheers of the prisoners. The guards appear momentarily puzzled, but their eyes never leave the match. You assume that Tarek is making good progress below. Record the keyword, Nowlin. Rest or move on.
He's up to something.
I suppose we could... It depends what's coming up. If we rest, it would only really be for the bonus play. If we rest, it would only really be for the bonus play. Because we're okay kind of on attributes and fatigue. What do you think?
We haven't got any black availability, but...
Just rest then, because rest gets refreshed when we do a test. Let's just rest for 1 die then.
Okay.
So just get 1 back. I don't really need much. But we get the bonus play back. And then that was the encounter. So move on to C.
The Chow Hall.
Yep.
Got the XP and continue reading. You've arrived at mealtime and the Chow Hall is a bustle of activity. Dragool prisoners eat and converse at tables. As you stand in line for breakfast, all eyes turn towards you. An ogre grinds his teeth audibly as he stares at you, fists clenched. A few construct guards watch with disinterest from the perimeter of the room. Don't worry, Gunda says. If anybody gives you trouble, I'll vouch for you. Somehow, this does not put your mind at ease. A Knoll prisoner bumps into you, spilling her bowl of hot gruel all over your prisoner's uniform. She screams angrily in Dragool Common as if it were your fault. Every prisoner in the Chow Hall watches for your response. Do we attempt to avoid a fight, or don't show weakness and attack the Knoll?
I guess attack.
Attack, attack, attack.
Because, again, I don't think we can do things in 1 round.
Nice little picture of a construct guard. Just in case you wanted to see what they look like.
I don't think we can really win fights.
So, C3.
Well, I think we can win fights. I don't think we can win checks.
The Knoll is ready. The Knoll is fuming, ready for a fight. Though you can see that Gunda is already broken into a nervous sweat, he bravely steps in front of you. He says something to the Knoll in native tongue, but she does not appear to be appeased.
I thought we were fighting it.
Oh, I've gone to the wrong thing. Oh no, I've gone to the wrong thing. I apologise. The Knoll pulls a makeshift blade from her waistband and lunges for your throat. There we go. Crazed Knoll. Yeah, we did rest, so we get cards back.
Yeah. So, Crazed Knoll. To play a weapon card, well, it doesn't matter, we haven't got them. we couldn't play a weapon card. I think the chisel was a weapon. But that's long gone. So, green. I could do blue, but you can do red easier. I'll do white. I'll get a white die.
Blue. I'll make sure that goes back in the bag.
Blue.
No. Red.
Getting all the stretches. That's about the best angle I can get on him.
Did we rest?
Yep. Just rested.
I should have 2 more on Constitution. So I'll buy green.
And then one just out of the bag is black. Oh. So that's nothing.
Yeah. No, we got one.
A 1. So changing things into 2s. I can change. We haven't rolled a 5, have we? I think I can. Oh, I can change a 4 into a 2.
Yeah.
But doing something about white, I can turn other things into white.
I could add my familiar dice.
What is it? 2.
It's a 2.
Nice. There we go.
So
2 XP.
2 XP.
Raking in the XP.
That's gone there. He's exhausted.
Get mine back.
Poor doggy. And that dice. And we are. You gain some respect with your fighting skill. You hold your own long enough to prove your mettle. The guards, sensing that the fight is about to get out of hand, intervene. The gnoll, kicking and screaming, is dragged from the hall, and a few of the prisoners stare up at you with newfound respect. Now that your fight with the gnoll is over, you notice a group of goblins sat at a nearby table playing a round of goblin vaults. If your Dragool favour is 2 or higher, you can join the goblins in a hand of cards.
No, it's 1. It's been 1 for age. I feel like we've made a lot of Dragool choices and it's stayed at 1.
I really was excited then. I thought it was 2.
So we might as well rest. We made 2 XP from that.
Absolutely gutted.
We didn't even use our thingy actually though. We didn't even use our bonus play, so do we?
Nah.
Rest is available again now. We didn't really spend anything there. We can use an item though. Oh no, your backstory.
Stop right there.
So, you ask every prisoner you see about your twin until one dwarf finally laughs. Yeah, you do look like Gromac's girl. Gromac is easy to find in the kitchens just off the mess hall, an orc of tremendous size, stirring a cauldron of ever-simmering slop. She ain't here, Gromac grunts. You think you can make me tell you where she is? You are sure you can make her tell you, but you know that whatever pain Gromac inflicts on you will be felt by your sister too. Challenge Gromac to a wrestling match. Beat some answers out of Gromac.
Was it?
It's your choice, Rich.
Was it a bug?
No.
Well, I don't want to hurt my sister. But I really want to beat him up. Wrestling match. I can't hurt my sister. Wrestling match. 5-2.
This is chaotic.
Oh.
Gromac has the kitchen crew clear a space in the chow hall and the two of you square off. God comes by in a bit, she says, so I'm going to finish you off quick. But Gromac relies too much on her strength, and she's not smart enough or fast enough to make up for it. You slide free, leap on her back, and bend her arms until she gives in and reveals that your sister worked in the kitchen, until she threatened to tell the warden how Gromac's friends were getting more and better food. So Gromac arranged to have her shipped off to the seaport of Cutty's Landing. She limps back to the kitchen, and you plan on trading plates with someone at the next mealtime, just in case. Separated player, record the personal title Wrestle and increase your dexterity by 1.
And Vigilante as well.
I think that's it, and we can do our normal stuff. Yeah, I would like another bonus play token. We didn't have enough last time. Well, we did. No, we bought one.
And then we lost
because,
one.
yeah, we had
it.
one taken off us at the end of the last scenario.
And
then we bought one. But it's not like we can do most skill checks, really.
We've lost half of our cards is the problem.
The problem right now is that all of our cards of certain types, like weapons and armor, like most of our adding dice cards and our re-rolling and adjusting, like Rachel's got a lot of adjusting cards, and they're all gone. For now.
Are we trying the chisel?
Yeah.
Chisel, 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 chisel. You take the chisel from your pocket, and one of the rat folk prisoners immediately snatches it from your hands. The kobold sitting next to him seizes and attempts to claim the tool for himself. After a brief fight, the guards intervene, pulling the prisoners apart. In the commotion, no one notices the chisel fall to the floor. You pick it up discreetly and hide it in a sleeve. How dare they?
See if there's use for this skeleton key.
What are we going to unlock? Going to the fridge. You hold out the skeleton key tauntingly for all the other prisoners to see. A few glare at you, but most of them ignore this gesture. It seems as though many of the Dragool are content to simply mind their own business.
Okay. So I guess we move on again. Well...
Did we take a stamina for that?
Yep.
Okay.
Unless we want to rest. We've had one more check, haven't we, I suppose? We could rest just for one.
Let's do it.
Get the familiar back and everything. 4. That's all of mine. And got everything. You get your wolf. And we move on. The only places left are down here past the last encounter. Which number 2. Oh, I think. So it's asking, have we got aid to ogre? I'm pretty sure we have.
We are good friends with the ogres.
Aid to ogre, there it is. A bugbear gang huddles around a large, imposing figure. You recognise him as Tog, the ogre whose life you spared at Black Lake. He's fiddling with a shiny object, and the bugbears have gathered around him to keep it hidden from the guards. When Tog sees you, his eyes light up and he pulls you in for a powerful hug. As he speaks, the words bubble from his lips so quickly that even Gundur has trouble keeping up. He says that he's eternally in your debt, among other things. Gundur explains. I think he might be reciting poetry. Some of the words are quite archaic, even by my standards. Clearly, he likes you. Tog smiles and shows you what he was hiding from the guards, the severed head of a construct. He pushes it into your hands. A few of the bugbears hiss at the idea of relinquishing their prize, but the ogre snarls loudly, quickly settling the debate. Discovery card 63.
The construct head.
There he is.
I don't believe it.
So we don't need to rest, and we're not in a location, so I guess we move on.
That looks quite freaky.
So we move on to, we can go to the smithy, which should probably have an XP on it, or the exercise yard, Rach.
So we can go to the smithy. We've got a little job to do at the smithy. Why not? It's on the way.
Okay.
Smithy.
And there's the construct head. more things to use now.
What is it, OG? Got the XP.
Like, I don't think we've had this much XP in a scenario before.
Tell me, put the thing on.
Oh.
Then it's your turn.
I'm not assigned to the smithy, Gundor says, so I'll have to wait outside. A dozen Dragool prisoners tend to the forge and strike at metal over anvils, shaping hot iron into swords while guards keep watch. The heat from the forge is overwhelming. It's not long before you're drenched in sweat. After a freshly forged weapon has had a chance to cool, it's secured behind a locked iron gate in a small armory. In order for the gate to open, 2 guards must simultaneously insert their keys into separate locks on opposite sides of the room. There's a spare rounding hammer on the table beside you. Everything else here seems to be too big to hide in your prisoner's uniform, but the hammer is just small enough to fit in your pocket. What could 59 be? So we've got a hammer and chisel now.
It's all falling into place.
So, use an item?
100% use the chisel, it's free.
Yeah, use the chisel and then I suppose the hammer and chisel. You scrape at some melted metal scraps on the floor and find a bit of gold. Finding the scraping has dulled your chisel, you use the tools in the smithy to sharpen it. Also,
give me it
the
back.
chisel card comes back.
Yay.
And then use the hammer and the chisel, 59 and 98. That's a fatigue.
Even if they both, oh yeah, only one cost of fatigue. 59.98.
Yeah. You use the hammer and chisel to pound your initials into the blade of the sword you're crafting. You decide to leave your signature on every weapon you forge. Staring down at your tools, it occurs to you that a prisoner could use them to chip away at the walls and attempt an escape. No wonder there are so many guards stationed in the smithy with all this contraband. Use another item, rest, or move on.
77?
Yeah.
So we can use the key for something?
You'd think so. When no one's looking, you approach the iron gate of the small armory and insert your skeleton key into one of the keyholes. Unfortunately, opening the gate requires 2 people to insert keys into locks on opposite sides of the room. A guard catches you fiddling with the gate and strikes you hard across the face. Get back to work, he says.
Oh.
Add 2 stamina.
Just thought about that. Then if we had been killed, then that's when we would do the thing. But we haven't been killed.
Okay, so I guess come out of here then.
Yeah.
Onto the exercise yard. The last place we haven't been yet. D. So there's an XP to collect.
You glance around the exercise yard. A hobgoblin lifts iron dumbbells in a corner, and a few insectoids sprint around the edge of the yard. A large group of goblins are huddled around a stone table. This is the Fighting 87th, the gang Gundor told you about. When you approach, a large goblin with golden blonde hair places her hand on your chest, blocking your path. Gundar introduces her as Vrax.
Title? Goblin's inmate.
BFFs with him. That we meet Vrax. Gundor speaks to the gang leader for what seems like a long time. Then he translates her words as she refuses to speak in Narlos Common. Vrax says there is something you can do to help them, but she wants to know why they should trust you. You've heard that goblins value loyalty. It seems unlikely that they would trust anyone who was not aligned with the Dragool. On the other hand, perhaps it would be better to show her that you will never turn on the kingdom of Narlos. That's not true. Are we convincing him that we're with the Dragool?
Yeah, why not? Decent at intelligence and wisdom.
She's not in the best position, but hopefully we will be. You picked up a few words and phrases here and there in Dragool Common. Maybe if you can make your argument in her language, Vrax will listen. And maybe if we win, we might get an extra favour. And then we can go play cards.
Okay, so what's that? What? 2 white, 2 blue, and could be a purple. Well, I can do the purple. I've got loads of that.
Oh, excuse me. I'll buy blue. And a white.
And I could buy a white. And I'm going to say white on my psionic. I can set the whites to any colour. How many have we bought? 4.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 from the bag. That counts as a white.
Yes. Oh, I can re-roll that as well if I need to.
There is a white not in the bag. So
Don't tell
I
anyone.
can set these to anything. So I can just say, oh, actually, we don't really need that much help on the white dice.
It's the blues that are the problem.
So I can change a 5 into something. Is it something helpful? I can turn 5s into 1 or 3. So I can turn a 5 into a 3.
Okay.
Boom.
Yeah.
Turn thing. So we need a 4. I can flip a purple, which doesn't really help. I can turn something into a 5.
So no.
Or I can add the familiar, but that's not blue either.
Can you turn the purple into a blue? No.
You can.
I can do this. I can put it down one.
Hi, Brian.
By chisel.
I'm enjoying it.
The chisel is really helpful. To a 4, and then turn the 4 into a blue. Done.
Tons of ways I can see that we haven't gone down.
Done. So
The book, like, this is only book 5, and it's getting really thick now. Probably with the number of choices that you could have made.
2 XP.
Running out of XP.
Dice gone. Back to the book. Need a bookmark. Exercise your... What we doing? Yeah. Your dragool is limited but coherent. Frax laughs when she hears you speak in dragool common, but appears satisfied. After another long conversation with Gunda, he is left grinning ear to ear. I told you, it's fate. The Fighting 87th have been hoping to start a riot for a long time, but they require a non-dragool willing to help. That can't be a coincidence. Cathandor has chosen you for a reason. Gunda explains that Rax has managed to smuggle a potion of strength into the prison, but it's Narlos magic. It wasn't designed to be used by the dragool. A sketch of a plan emerges. Every weapon forged in the smithy is kept under lock and key, but with magical strength you can rip the iron gate of their armoury from its hinges. When you do, the dragool will seize their chance. Make no mistake, says Gunda. We will do whatever it takes to free our people, but be careful. The potion can only be used once. Reveal discovery card 88. So you obviously can use it for something else, but you've got to make the choice.
Oh, you kept seeing the roleplay posts and decided to try one out.
There it is, guys.
Well,
Looks like beer.
Let us know if you want us to tell you about anything that we're doing. Because we haven't been explaining it as much at this point. But story-wise, we're in prison for something we didn't
There is
do.
a reminder that note that unlike most items, it can only be used once. What would you like to do? What if you just used it now?
Use the hammer and chisel.
Hammer and chisel. 59.98. It's 59.98, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay. It's freaking out then. You hold the hammer in one hand and the chisel in another. Since both can be used as weapons, Rax and her gang interpret this as a threat. Gundor elbows you hard in the stomach. Better put it away, he whispers.
What? Hi, Michael.
Please, we just
Oh,
proved
nice.
that we were their friend, and they didn't even give us any favour to go and play cards. Absolutely rubbish.
It seems like
King's favour.
it seems like losing favour is very easy and gaining it isn't. But we actually shouldn't be doing any choices.
Take that choice back.
Because what, your gladiator? No?
Come on, Brax. Be nice.
Now we've got to work out what
This
to
is
do.
Brax, everybody. Okay. No.
Yeah, we've kind of. I think we still had a fair bit to go. We were close to the end of Descent Legends, but yeah,
Well, hopefully we'll finish it.
that's fallen over. We'll finish it one day.
Oh, hopefully this weekend.
So many games have just come out.
Need it on the screen.
A frogkin enters the exercise yard. You recognise him as Derva, a noble who used to bet on the games. He once paid the trainers at the arena to beat you within an inch of your life after you fairly defeated his favourite combatant. You heard he had been sent to Kullback for owing debts to the wrong people. Walking nervously through the yard, Derva seems convinced that the Dragool will attack him. There are many scrapes and bruises across his thick green skin. It seems he has taken more than his fair share of beatings here. Do you have the personal title Arrest?
No, but I do have Vigilante. I'm a law unto myself.
Derva approaches you. Please, the Frogkin says, I know who you are. I heard what you did to Kadima. I can prepare you for protection, just like I do the others. Take mercy on Derva or get your revenge. Well, Rach is an evil character we've established.
Hashtag revenge. Hashtag revenge.
She is now full-on chaotic evil. You grab Derva by the collar and throw him to the ground. The other prisoners form a circle around you, cheering you on as you pummel the Frogkin noble. He's no match for you and you manage to inflict severe injuries before the construct guards pull you apart. The gold in Derva's pockets finds its way into your hands. Gain 4 gold. Though he will likely survive his wounds, he has paid a price for the crimes he committed against you. Whether it happens today or many years from now, the Frogkin is stuck in Kullback and will likely die within its walls. Only one name remains on your list. Kerej, the elf.
I'm coming for you, Kerej.
Okay, so...
Vengeance is mine.
So we've got...
Almost.
We need to do something then.
Well, first of all, we need to go back to the construct and put his head on.
Where was the construct?
The archives.
Okay then, let's...
Don't you think so?
Go to the archives.
100%. Maybe it'll be our friend.
We've apparently also got... They took our weapons and armour and stuff off us, but I suppose you can't take away skills and traits, but I've got Jail's Locket, an object, Onyx Cube, an artifact. They haven't been helpful, but I've got them. And I've got my long-tailed weasel. They couldn't take that away from me.
We don't have Constructs Assembler, but we go to...
We're about to.
So what's
63?
the number? 63.
That's a fatigue.
You snap the head back onto the construct guard. His eyes flicker to life and he pulls himself to his feet. Return 1 stamina to your fatigue box from the supply. That's wrong, isn't it?
Is it?
Return 1 stamina to your box from the supply.
Yeah.
But... Just thinking that doesn't sound right. Oh, I had the strangest dream, he confides to you. I made a pilgrimage to the Colossus. I wore long white robes, and I think I killed someone. A live human sacrifice to the gods. Does that sound crazy? It's possible that the severing of my hand resulted in a permanent degradation of my ability to form rational thoughts. Reveal title card 38. Constructs Assembler. He's now a little bit of an eccentric construct.
Okay. So...
Do we want to rest?
Yeah.
I've got a lot of damage there.
Do a couple of XP of resting. So when you rest, you can pay a number of XP, and you get that many dice, and roll them, and that's how much XP you get to heal. That's how much fatigue you get to heal.
I mean, that was unlucky. So I can't think of anywhere else that you would use the strength potion at the minute.
Other than the smithy.
No, yeah. I suppose, like, would you take it to the guard room and, like, show the lady and be like, oh, not that we're going to do that. Because she wants proof, doesn't she, that something's going on.
Go to the smithy and use it then.
Smithy, smithy, smithy. Gee. We haven't found the catacombs yet, have we? Do you remember when you said earlier on about there's somewhere... I suppose when we chisel the cell block, that's when that'll happen.
Yeah.
Gee. G1. Do we have the title rioter?
Nope.
No. It does not say prisoners tend to the forge or hammer hot metal anvils. There's 9 gate leading to a small armory where newly forged weapons are stored. Potion time.
Yeah.
You quickly chug down the potion and the muscles throughout your body painfully enlarge and contract. Filled with a sudden fury, you grab the steel blade in front of you and snap it in half with your bare hands. The gnoll seated next to you nearly falls out of her chair with a surprise, attracting the attention of the guards. You flip over your workbench. A guard sets loose an arrow from her crossbow, but you can barely feel the sting. As you grab the construct charging towards you by the neck, the prisoners cheer. You effortlessly rip the iron gate from its iron hinges, and the dragool pour into the armory to grab whatever weapons they can. You can feel the potion of strength wearing off, so you decide to grab a weapon as well. If you have the keyword unconvinced, erase it. We do. Reveal title card 39. No turning back, everybody. Rioter. There's another card coming, title card 40. Sorry. Warden's ire. She's not happy. Remove all XP from the adventure map. There is none. Place an event token on A, B, C, and D. +1 dragool. -1 king. Shuffle the weapon deck and reveal 2 cards. Choose one and add it to one player's hand and return the other one to the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Everyone sign up. Patreon.com/slickerdrips. Let's make all of the videos in 2022. We've got... Where shall I zoom in?
Draw 2.
We've got a harpoon and a spellbook.
Up or down a black, or up and down a white.
I guess the spellbook, because you can spend stamina to bring it back. I'm decent on wisdom.
There you go.
It just depends. We don't know what the tests will entail.
Still got a bit more. By the time you've chosen a weapon, the fight has already won. All 6 guards are dismantled, the dragool triumphant. We need to strike quickly, Gunda explains, before the guards are able to request reinforcements. If we kill the warden now, the prison is ours.
So, we don't need to rest. Where should we go? I suppose the exercise yard, because otherwise we have to loop all the way back around. I assume we need to go to these places. Let's see.
Why not?
I don't know what the event tokens are going to do in these places.
So, there is an event token, so we go to D9. Go on then, Tom. I've read for a bit. Your turn.
Dozens of prisoners and guards battle for control of the yard. A gang of bugbears is hard at work disassembling a few of the construct bodies. A swarm of insectoids have surrounded a guard and are moving in for the kill. On the other side of the yard, 4 guards have a kobold prisoner surrounded and they are beating him with their batons.
Aww.
You only have time to save one, the cornered prisoner or the doomed guard. Or you can move on, leaving both to their fates.
Remove the event token. Oh, well, we're going to save the prisoner.
Yeah.
We're going full on dragool here.
We want some
Save
favour.
the prisoner. Well, we've got enough to play cards now, if that's still an option, but I don't know. I don't think it will be. So you charge towards the guard, taking him by surprise. The kobold prisoner looks to you, hopeful of a rescue. Right, oh my goodness. Gang of and surprised. Gang of. Surprised.
So during the first... Put them on top of each other.
Yeah.
During the first round of combat, the dice limit is reduced by 1. And all stamina spent to add dice to the dice pool is returned to the supply instead. So we don't take fatigue from it. So...
So we can only have 3 dice, but we don't have to...
Yeah. Suppose you should definitely pay for a white.
Yeah.
And then I can save the stamina to bring this card back if I want to. But I suppose returning it to your hand's not that amazing. You've still got your play limit. So we've got a white. And then what? You can add red from a card. I can add black from a card. I guess blue. 2 blue.
Yeah.
Do a blue each. And that's the combat die limits. So 3, 4, 1. Well, one of the blues can be anything.
Let's see if we can use one of them before we choose which one's going on the other one.
4, I can turn into a 2 or a 6.
Okay.
So I could turn that 4 into a 2. There's concentrate gone. Then...
I think I can change the number. Because I use the chisel. I could add a dice. Shall I add a red dice?
Yeah.
Seems I can't really change anything. I may as well use my play. Red dice, please. Do you want me to... Shall I add the other one as well?
Oh.
I'll see what
Let's
happens.
see what
with
happens.
it. 6.
I can't really do anything to 6s.
Bit of a-
I can't turn things into 5s.
If
Oh, I can. I can turn anything into a 5. That's my second. That's...
Okay. If I flip the red,
Yeah.
can you increase it by 1?
Nope.
Hmm.
You can. You've got the chisel. I know you've used it.
I have got
So no. I can add a black. That's our bonus play then. We're about to take a fair bit of damage.
Yeah, get a black then.
Because I can't... I can play a card to get the familiar back as well. So put the familiar die that I can never find. Actually, it can be pulled out of the bag just like anything. It never has been. But it could be. And it's black and purple, so I can never see it. It's in the corner, I think. Because I can't see it anywhere else. So, the weasel does 4. That's not right. We needed 5, I'm afraid. I can turn a 4. I've already played that card. And I can't turn it into a... I could have turned it into a 2. And then maybe you could have turned it into a red. But I think we're done.
Shall I add this and then...
Why?
If I roll a 2 or a 5, I can turn it into a red or a black.
We've already used the bonus play and you've
I've
played
only
one
played
card.
one card.
Yeah, so that would be your second.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I think we've got to move on to the next round of combat.
Knew I should have rested. I'm not going to be able to play any cards.
So we take
anything.
7 fatigue.
So I've got 2 health. So I can't help with the dice.
So I feel like I should have that. You've got your...
I'm pretty sure you should have it.
I just don't know what do we need? Black and
I
red.
can't do my power because I will die. I've got no health.
I can only add a red die. Although I can take 6 stamina to bring a black in. Just have to hope. Like, there's the red I'm paying for. Now we just have to hope the 3 that come out, they're not black, and I don't know if I can turn things black. It's 4 dice, isn't it now? I think I can turn certain numbers any colour, but that's... We can't do anything about this, can we? We are... Oh yeah, you can flip for red.
No, that was already 2.
Oh. So, changing a 6 into a 5, Can't really do that, can we? Can you do that? I can flip
I can turn it into any colour.
the white.
If you can turn it to a 5, but I don't think we can we?
How many? I've played no cards, have I?
No.
Can you turn something black? It doesn't matter. I can do it.
I can turn that red black.
No, not the red. Because I can only adjust white. So I could adjust white, bring the card back into my hand, adjust white.
What if I play this to turn it white, then you do your thing, then I turn it back black?
If you could do that, we've already got one white.
No, I can't do that. That's silly. I can turn reds into anything.
I think that's that then. I can get the weasel back and then put the weasel out. I think that's the only chance of winning it this round. The locket gets me the familiar cards back. Play the weasel again, and if this is a 5, we can do something. It's a shame because I've got no more card plays because I can flip purple dice. It's a 4, unfortunately, which I wouldn't be able to flip anyway. So, what does that mean then? You're
dead.
You take 5 fatigue, but just whatever it is to your max, don't you? And then all you back to the bag.
You take 5 as well.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing the dice.
Yeah, I could do that. So you're dead.
Am I?
You've got 14 damage there.
9.
Oh, are those 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you worked yours out right?
Yes.
So you're just dead. 9, 11.
No,
Yeah, I've
went
still got
over
4.
3.
So, oh yeah, I shouldn't have picked all them up off him, should I? So we only need to do the black 5. They were the right colours on him, weren't they? Because they shouldn't be in the bag. A white and a red. I think everything was the colour it was meant to be. So I can't buy a black because it would kill me. I can spend 6. They've just got to hope. We might see what happens when we die. I'm going to say black. Psionic on black. Got to draw one. They're not black. They're not black. And I think we've established I can't turn things black. I think if one's a 5, I can turn... If we do happen to roll a 5, I can turn it any colour. And then we're okay. I did not roll a 5. And I can...
Can't you increase that 4?
Oh, what I can do is increase the white, and then I can turn any 5... I can turn a 5 into any colour. So... That turns into a 5, and then go on there.
It wouldn't be a failed scenario or a game over.
No, it's built into death's built into the game. There's a place that you turn to, and stuff carries on happening. You don't have to restart or anything like that. It is punishing. I'll say that one of the things that happens is you roll a d6, and any XP you've got over that number, you lose. When we died in our other campaign, we rolled a 1 at the end of like scenario 1, and so like we'd gained like 11 XP or something, back down to 1. Harsh. So yeah, actually I'm really glad we didn't die now. I've remembered what happens to XP. So we did it. Did we have XP and gold for doing it?
We haven't done it yet. What's that? 2 XP. How many golds?
I've done it. We have played Call to Adventure. There's a playthrough for it. It's a few years ago now. I haven't got around to it yet, but I've been slowly doing Brandon Sanderson books. I've read Warbreaker, and I read I can't remember the names of the books, which is really bad. The trilogy, the Mistborn trilogy. I read that. So like, I'm saying all of this because they did like a Stormlight Archive called Call to Adventure, which I like Call to Adventure. Yeah, I haven't started the Stormlight Archive yet, but when I do, I'm going to get hold of it again probably and get that version of it. Yeah, it is a pain. Like, even if it's completely your fault and stuff, having to replay the entire scenario is like there's enough time like expected of you to play the thing in the first place, like enough times with a group. The guards easily drive you back, and
no. I didn't have the camera. I didn't know where to put it.
The guards scatter, unable to withstand your assault. Thank you, the kobold prisoner gasps, and then he flees the exercise yard. The other guards and prisoners are now either dead or have moved on, so the yard is empty other than the bodies left behind. Not a Dragul favour for that? Not anything? Okay then, so we move on.
I mean, shall we go to the smithy?
Well, we did just come from there, but we can.
I'm thinking that we might be able to rest there, or I'm dead.
Go on then.
Might not be able to, I don't know. But if you go to the shower hall and you have to do something, I can't help.
Oh, there's a new one. Oh, what's the new one?
The smithy is empty. The iron gate leading to the small armory has been broken off its hinges. The weapons and armour once stored there are gone.
So how much XP do you want to do? 3 XP.
Yeah, because I'm dead.
3 XP. There's like a big pile of dice there.
Right.
7.
Rolling low.
Yeah, you should roll high. That's what I would recommend.
Not really help myself. I've still got 12 damage.
We've got the bonus play back and my ability. And we go on to Chow Hall. Epic Origins. I'll have to have a look at that.
The rioters burst into the room, taking the guards by surprise. A goblin with a particularly crazed look in his eyes emerges from the pantry with a lit torch and a canister of cooking oil. He begins pouring the oil all over the room. The goblin appears ready to set the chow hall on fire at any moment, taking both the prisoners and the guard with him. Do we let it burn and avoid the flames, or stop the crazed goblin?
Do you think, Rach?
I mean, do we save? I know we will save a guard, but we'll be saving Dragul as well. Can we afford to do a check? Or do we just leave it? Because these are like optional, aren't they?
Yep. Rach is too scared
I might
in
die.
this prison. Rach.
I'm not scared.
Rach is
Stop him.
Rach is falling over.
Stop him.
No, we probably can't do it. We probably can't do a skill check. Unless we roll the right numbers, we can't do skill checks. Because you only get one chance, there's no rounds.
Let it burn then. Is that what you're saying? You take a step back as the goblin drops his torch, igniting the oil. Flames rip across the floor, engulfing several prisoners in its path. Their shrieks are high-pitched like a boiling kettle as they race back and forth across the room, flames crawling up their backs. Move to another location.
So the cell block's next. I'm guessing, like, I suppose we could skip through these. I don't. Do we have to stop, like, if there's XP?
I think
If there's XP, you have to stop.
probably not. May as well, haven't we? Okay.
You storm the cell block with the other rioting prisoners, but the construct guards here are ready for you. They've dragged in some bookcases from the archives and tipped them over to use as cover, with their crossbows aimed at the door. The handful of Dragul prisoners already in their cells have been locked up. When they see you, they bang loudly against the bars with metal trays and tin cups. The constructs let their arrows fly. Several of the prisoners standing next to you are hit. Do we fight alongside fellow prisoners, or move on? Fight?
I would say so. Decide to stand and fight alongside your fellow prisoners. The construct guards reload their crossbows with ruthless efficiency. So getting off again. So we only get 3 dice in the first round. It's a new thing.
And each player rolls... Oh dear. Each player rolls a die and adds that much to their stamina. 5.
I'm not buying many dice.
I think we're dead. Yeah, anytime things are like roll a die and gain that much stamina. But yeah, I think we just die then. How much have I got? 3, 6, 10, 11, 13. So I could buy some. What do we need? We don't really need duplicate colours though, do we? I can turn things.
I think we need to buy a black.
What can I buy?
Can't even buy a black, can we? Because I can't buy a black.
You can turn things different colours though, can't we? Buy. How much fatigue will we take if 1 die is left? If we take 3 fatigue, the best we can do is take 3 fatigue. Because we can leave a 0, we can leave a 1, and then there'll be 2 for going into the next round. How much fatigue have you got left?
2.
So you're just dead either way.
Yeah.
So I've got 6, 9, 12, 13, and I'm going to take 3, so 16. So I can only really pay for 1 die. It's just a shame, because if I could afford to pay for more, I would just buy a load of purples, and Rach could do 1 for a purple. And then I can use my psionic to adjust them all to numbers that we need, and then we could adjust them to the colours that we need to. We just haven't got enough. Now I've taken that 5, we haven't got enough stamina to do that. So I think it's over.
What?
Okay, Rach.
Yeah, waiting.
So there's no point paying for dice in this situation because we're so close to dying anyway. 4. So the white 2 can go on. Yeah, I haven't got my familiar, have I? So I can't add dice. I can turn things different colours that don't help.
Rested?
Did we? When? Oh yeah. So I could do the weasel, because even I can maybe adjust it then as well. Because it counts as purple, which I do. I can flip purples at least. So, what's that? 5? That's alright, isn't it? That's what we need. It's just to survive. We need to do both of them, really, and we can't. I can turn... Let's see, what can I turn a 4 into? A 2 or a 6? Does that help? No.
Well, we need a 2.
Yeah, but a red 2.
Yeah, but what 2 can you do?
A blue 2.
Yeah, but I can turn it red.
Turn a 3. I can't... Flipping a purple doesn't help. Turn things purple, but that's not really very good. Flip a purple or a white. So that's all I can do then. So I turn the blue to a 2. And you could turn it red.
the best thing to do. Because we can't change the 3 to a 2, so it's...
Oh, I can... Or, like, I can make anything 5.
What? Can you?
Can you turn it? I've already played 2 cards. Oh, we've got a bonus play. I can turn anything 5, and then you can turn it red, can't you? You can... Oh, you can't turn things blue. You've got to turn things blue cards, haven't you?
Yeah, but we need a red too.
Yeah, I mean, the red, I can turn it 5, and can you turn it blue then?
Yeah, but then how are we going to cover this one?
Well, that's fine. That's 0 damage.
But then I take... Okay.
Yeah, you're dead, but I can have less risk of being dead.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll win the combat. So I can make the red a 5. And you can turn it blue. And so we take 2 damage, which kills you, and I'm on like 1 or something. And then how much can I afford a die? Because if I can buy a blue die, it's over, isn't it? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So yeah, I've got 4 fatigue left, so I can buy... Luckily, again, we're not dead. Because I can buy a blue. And unusually, the construct card has got a space that just wants a colour and not a number. So, no need to spend any abilities, do anything like that. Boom.
2 XP, 2 gold.
Construct's dead again. Rach dead again.
Yeah, I'd hardly healed last time.
Salka pulls it out of the bag. Yet again.
Fight is over quickly. The Dragoon leave no survivors amongst the guards, and the few prisoners locked in the cells are freed. Their cheers and battle cries shake the cell block as if their very breath could pull back down around you. We don't have the keyword breakthrough. Gundor directs a group of bugbears and kobolds into your cell. They break through the stone, revealing a staircase leading into the catacombs below. Gundor turns to you. We can escape, he explains, but if we leave without eliminating the warden, she might call for reinforcements. Record the keyword breakthrough. Reveal discovery card 8 and put an XP on it. Return 59 and 98 to the deck. Goodbye chisel. Move to another location.
So we got to take care of the warden, haven't we? I suppose go to the archives first, because that's just going to be... Yeah, we need to rest. But we did spend 3.
Yeah, just
that's a lot of XP. Rach isn't very good at rolling dice.
Apart from
She's had coaching. She had coaching on it.
Roll 5.
So I suppose 4 XP then. Wow.
Got plenty of XP.
Yeah, but I want to get like a crazy play limit.
We would have none if we died.
5, 9, 10.
So
that's
still not fully healed. But at least I'm in a much better position.
And then make sure these are full. They're full.
I've got more health than you. What did you roll?
9.
You rolled 16.
So go to the guard room.
I really like dice as well.
Mm.
But I'm not very good
like dice manipulation and stuff is good, but there's still elements of the game that are like the healing thing works out fine most of the time. But yeah, you're spending tons of your XP and only healing a tiny bit. The worst thing is the stuff when you die. I really don't think that's fair.
The rioters pour into the room, overwhelming the guards. Warden Mercy ignores the others, focusing her rage entirely on you. She arms herself with a crossbow that hangs from the wall. Well, she says, At least now I know where your loyalties lie. If you somehow miraculously survive this, perhaps the Dragoon will keep you as their pet. She takes aim at your head, clearly hoping to plant a bolt between your eyes.
Warden Mercy. So green. What can we... So, why don't we go with my plan? Let's buy 3 purple dice. We should always do this. Let's buy 3 purple dice between us. So you spend an XP. Because I've got 5. I'll use my psionic so I can set purples to any number. And then do we just leave the rest to chance, or do you want to... Like, you can... How many things can you turn green?
We've only put 3 dice there.
Yeah, we've bought 3.
Yeah, so we won't get all the green. I can turn 1 thing green. So I suppose buy green.
So if you can turn it... That's what I'm saying. We can turn things green.
Yeah, but we need 3 greens. I can turn 1 thing green. I turn things into blue more than anything.
So, what do we need then? I can turn a 5... Oh wait, I can set the purples to anything.
Yeah, so...
So what can we do adjusting wise?
1 to white. And that might go there. This is just a thinking. I'm not turning anything yet. And then I could turn 1 red. And that would go there. This is what we've got left. And then I can't play anything else.
I could... Can you... Have you turned something green now?
No, did you want me to do that?
Yeah. Isn't that your turn something green card?
I turned something... Oh. Why did I think that was white? I thought I'd played the white one.
Yeah. So you play those as your 3 cards.
What? 3 cards?
Yeah, you've turned a purple white.
Am I using the bonus play?
Yeah, you're going to have to. You've turned a purple white and not played a card for it.
Yeah, but I haven't yet. I was planning it out, but I can turn the green into something.
Yeah, I think just do that. I can turn the green into a 3. And then we've got it as a... I suppose the green 6 is a problem. That's what we're taking the most damage on.
Well, no, because you can set this to a 6 and I can turn it green. Remember,
Yeah,
we can turn
do
the
that
purple
then.
into things, and then I'm turning them. Then you turn that into a 3.
Turn the 5 into a 3. And then we just need a 1.
Why don't you try your weasel? Maybe. You'll get lucky. We did get lucky.
Nice.
So,
In 1 round, there is Warden Mercy.
2 gold and 2 XP.
Done. Do we get our cards back now?
Yeah.
I would have killed her at the beginning of the scenario. We had a chisel.
You gain the upper hand.
Told her we didn't kill a king, and she didn't believe us.
You zoom in. With her last gasp, Warden Mercy slumps backwards into her chair. She smiles at you even in defeat. The rioters begin dismantling the construct bodies of the guards, pulling out the gold and silver components and pocketing them. One of the goblins runs up to you and shares her spoils, placing a few golden gears in your hands. Now to get out of this wretched prison, Gunda says. Quickly, to the catacombs. Gain 2 gold. I've got so much gold. Return the title Rioter to the deck. Return the title Warden's Ire to the deck. Get title card 41. Return any card under the Warden Mercy enemy card to their owner's hand. We are now the Warden's killer. We can rest or move.
Rest, I suppose.
What about you? Can we use the scouting key here now?
Yeah, use it.
Did we use it last time?
I don't know.
Well, she sent us out, didn't she?
Rest first.
I don't know.
2 dice.
I can't use an item, can we? I don't know what else is there. We can't
There was-
use an item.
Oh.
It doesn't say, does it?
I think in the smith... Didn't it say in the smithy? You can't use a thing because there's all these guards here.
No, we couldn't do it because there was two...
Like, again, another 2 XP.
There was 2 holes for the keys. You had to do it at the same time. But we've blown that gate up anyway. We've destroyed it with our rage.
Okay. Let's just
Maybe
go.
we'll need it in the catacombs, I would imagine.
Let's just go catacombs. Rachel's class ability getting a good workout this game.
I've been nearly dead for about most of the game. If we had the keyword now in, F17. And then...
You follow a crumbling stone staircase down to an old prisoner's tomb. Gundur follows you, wiping the dust from the plaques that line the walls and reading off the names of the dead. Ahead in the darkness, you glimpse a figure crouched in the shadows, prying open the stone door of a tomb. "Ah, you've made it," says Tarek Nowlin. "Lend me a hand." Gundur seems surprised to encounter anyone in this ancient catacomb, but he turns his attention to the engravings on the tomb. While Tarek pries the tomb open, Gundur reads aloud. His name's changed. "Here lies Cathandor, general of the Dragul Horde, keeper of the Mystic Horn." Oh, please don't open that. Gundur's cry comes too late. The stone door pops open, revealing the bones of a kobold warrior dressed in full armour, clutching a horn of white bone. Tarek looks the corpse over, confused. "No Dragolium anywhere," he says. He takes the horn from the corpse's hands and gives it to you. "I guess it isn't from another plane after all." As soon as the horn leaves Cathandor's hands, a strange blue mist rises from the carcass and forms into the shape of the kobold warrior. The spirit turns his eyes to you.
Real record 37.
There's Cathandor's horn. Each player adds 3 stamina to their fatigue box from the supply. Gain an XP. You can have that, Rach. Following combat will redirect you to a new storybook entry after the first round. Make sure to read it.
That with the vampire. So, Ghost of Cathandor. Piece of paper.
There's the ghost.
He looks badass.
So,
That's a lot of dice.
we've got 4 dice. He needs a lot of colours. Should we just go random?
Yeah.
Or if you want to buy like a load of reds, I can
add a red, so I think we go for it. Although if we get, I suppose anything can go there.
Okay. So is that 5? Three on the red. I can... Might as well add the weasel.
Got so many cards now.
One. But I can adjust it now, can't I? I've got my cards. What's the most damaging thing? The red. You need to sort that red out, Rach. Turn that white red. Because the red space is 4 damage. I can tick the white up by 1. And then it's 6. Or tick it down, because that's going to be harder, isn't it? The white 4 is going to be harder to do than that anything 6. So do that. And then can we get... It would be the bonus play.
I've only played 1 card.
What can you do to the black and purple? I can make it a 5. It's not really... I can add anything.
I can flip it to a 5.
I can add a white.
I can re-roll it.
I can re-roll it. Ooh! I can change a die. What do we need it to be? A 3. I can change a die to be the value of any other die. So I could make it be a 3. Boom. That's all of our dice spent.
I've still got a card playing. I can't add a dice. I can add a red, but then I couldn't do anything to it at the minute.
No.
We could go on the bottom. But if I didn't get a 6...
Just leave it then. So you need to do something, don't you, for the end of the round of combat? He's mostly dead.
Do we take the damage first? Not yet. Not yet, I don't think. Now the victory or defeat at the end of the first round, the spirit begins to glow. F19. You hold strong in the face of the ghost's screaming visage. Cathandor sweeps across the tomb and an unearthly glow fills the rough stone walls. Each player place an armor, skill, or trait card from your hand in the active area of the party journal.
Oh, what?
Armor, skill, or trait.
Trait. I think that turn of 5 or 6 anything.
I can use my black or my turn things colours.
I think.
Get rid of the black thing.
Well, I think turn things colours, isn't it? About to say a good thing. Well, like then.
We don't know, do we? Are we allowed to know yet?
I think so.
It's all exclamation marks. And then immediately do this.
Yeah, but active isn't a bad space for a card to be in, is it?
Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter. I'll put the red one there. For the remainder of this combat, you may play any card in your hand as though it were a copy of the card in the active area. Return all cards in the active area to the party journal at the end of combat. Continue combat. So, and then at the end of combat, we look at the next thing. So we take 7 damage.
Are we paying for anything? I don't think we pay for anything.
We need a black to come out. If the black doesn't come out, we might cry.
There's a black die. So I can re-roll the black die, but we've got a 6, haven't we? So that could just be there.
I know, but
I can add a die of any colour, so I can add a black die. You need it to be 2. There we go. Easy as that. Is that 4 XP? 5 XP?
5, yeah.
Okay, we'll probably back up to where we were before we spent a fortune not healing.
I healed. The spirit disappears.
Spirit of Cathandor disperses. A blue mist again fills the crypt and gradually dissipates. You've awoken him, Grundle explains grimly, and his spirit is now bonded to you. He will haunt you until your dying day. I am sorry. I should not have let you come here. Yet it's good news that you've recovered Cathandor's horn. An object of such immense power will surely prove useful. Haunted? You never killed him.
He's haunting us.
We do have that keyword, F18. You look around for Tarek, but he has disappeared. You search the catacombs, but find no trace of him. Stairs lead back up to your cell, and a locked iron door waits at the end of the passageway.
We've only got the skeleton,
skeleton key.
Use.
The skeleton key fits perfectly in the lock of the iron door. You turn the key, and the door swings open. If
we don't have Warden's Trust, we don't have those.
We do have Warden's Killer. The rioters pour into the catacombs behind you. Gundor calls to them, pointing them in the direction of the iron door. With loud cheers, the Dragool push their way through the open door and charge down into the darkness. Turn 2. The end.
Immediately, with no even choice. From the catacombs, you discover a brickwork tunnel that leads northward under the walls of Kulbak to freedom. Reaching a fork in the tunnel, Gundor parts ways with you, suggesting that it will be best for you both not to be seen together. He takes the tunnel towards Sebek. You rest for a moment and let the realization sink in that you cannot return to the capital yourself. You have not yet proven your innocence and are still wanted for the murder of your king. Whatever comes next, your path leads you away from home. We don't have
the keyword egg would have done something.
Oh, please.
No.
No. There. Warden's Killer. The brickwork tunnel leads you to a trail above ground which leads steeply upward. Soon you are high enough to look back on Kulbak. Smoke rises from one of its towers. Many of the prisoners join you on the trail, including the Fighting 87th. Some smile or wave appreciatively as they pass. It seems you have made more than a few friends among the Dragool. In Narlos, however, you are wanted for regicide, and now you've killed Warden Mercy and freed enemy soldiers. No doubt there will be a bounty on your head before dawn. Are we the Construct's assembler?
Yes.
As you continue on the trail, you meet the Construct guard whose head you reattached. At first, you are concerned that he might attempt to arrest you and drag you back to prison, but he quickly puts your mind at ease. I've come to a conclusion, he explains, that my dream was a vision of things to come. I'm taking a pilgrimage to the Gurlung Colossus. At first, I thought my mental capabilities had become impaired when my head was severed, but now I know the truth. I have seen my destiny. With that, he bids you farewell. We are not the Insectoid Protector.
Could have been.
We are haunted. You decide to rest for a while against a tree. Just as you settle in for sleep, you hear a rustling in the forest. You scramble to your feet and see the spirit of Cathandor standing before you. His translucent body is distorted almost beyond recognition, his face transfixed in a silent scream. Are we Scourge of Dunton or Dunton? No, we're not his investor, are we?
Nope, I think so.
We're not the Goblin's inmate either.
It's not something we gained this time.
No, I think it's because we got him before, didn't we? I think if we hadn't, we would have seen him here because we would have sent him off to prison. By dawn, you are many miles from Kulbak. You have not yet seen signs of pursuers, but you know that hound gangs and bounty hunters are already on your trail. Messengers will distribute wanted posters with your name and description across the land. Soon there will be no place for you to hide. After many miles, the forest gives way to an open land of rolling hills, through which a river snakes its way toward Bogroot Swamp, home of the Frogkin. Common sense tells you that you ought to avoid any civilization, but pangs of hunger and tired feet drive you toward Bogroot in hopes of rest and a hot meal. After all, there are no safe roads now that you are an escaped convict, accused of murdering your king. All you can do is press forward. With any luck, you'll stay one day ahead of justice.
Okay, so advancing. Here is the market. What we can buy. We've got a fortune of gold. Don't think we've ever had so much. So plenty to do. I definitely want that armor. It's part of my set. But first of all, we need to spend XP. And we've got a ton of that as well. So just making sure, increase the play limit, I think is the biggest thing. Current play limit plus bonus play limit plus 5 XP. So 8 XP to increase that.
It's the bonus play limit, isn't it, that we're
Yeah.
increasing there. So that will go to 2. Where's the pencil?
So it would be 9 now to increase it again.
I think
A
so.
ton of XP. Because that helps in both checks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Increase that again. 3 bonus play tokens. Unfortunately, we can't afford to do it again. But what have we got now? I don't think we can increase die limits. Combat dice limit plus 5 XP. We can increase our health. Or we can do more mastery. What have we got? 7 XP. Maybe we should do health.
Yeah. 1 each. How much is it to do health?
1.
Just 1. What we're saying?
Maybe we should do a few health to stop us being...
What's the maximum we can have before it costs more? 24.
You're 25. So have 3 and 4 between us.
So how many do you want?
I'll have 3 then, Rach.
I nearly died in that.
You always nearly die. You're lucky you got me.
So I've got 23.
It didn't look like we were going to survive a couple of times there, did it? Yeah, the Dragul. I don't feel like they're very grateful. The King's very annoyed, but I don't feel like the Dragul are grateful enough.
It's a shame that
These should be a mirror.
those like events, those extra events, it's a shame that we didn't get any extra. Like change your health. Add 3, remember.
So we've got a fortune of gold. And we can buy up to these things. What should I be on? 22.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to buy this, because that's part of my armor set, and you can play as many cards from an armor set as you want for just 1 play. So that costs 4. And we've still got... We did carry some over from the last quest. Same for XP, we carried like 5 over, I think. So Rach,
Hello.
adding a red's probably good for you.
Yeah. That's only 4 money as well, isn't it? What about the...
Summon only costs 3 for you.
Yeah, I think that's summon.
Because it's 8 minus strength, and Rach's strength is 5.
Turn a 5 into any colour. That seems...
Haven't I got that? No, I've got turn anything into a 5. And then that's a good combo then, actually. Turn anything into a 5, turn a 5 into anything.
I've got so many cards right now.
If we get
It's
stuck.
crazy.
Yeah, now we've got them all back.
It's like there's no downside
Like-
to having so many other than you've got to
Yeah, you've
flip
got
through
you've
them
got
all.
no hand limit, and yeah, the number of cards we've got at the moment is pretty hefty. We don't usually have this much money though
So
available.
we've got 3 left over.
Usually we buy 1, maybe 2 things if we're lucky. I don't think we've ever bought 4 things. They don't refresh, by the way, in the same market phase. You can buy 1 card from each category. So we've got 3 XP to go into the next round. We've leveled ourselves up. For the first time, we've got more than 1 bonus play. So next time on, that's going to be... You know, we could potentially... I imagine the skill check difficulty is going to start going to 3. Level 3s.
Soon.
But 5 cards played in 1 round. Like, 1 person potentially, like, we'll probably share them between us, but 1 person, if they had the right cards for the situation, could potentially play 5 of their cards in 1 round with the bonus plays. And not having to rest because we've used 1 bonus play.
We're both chaotic evil as well.
Yeah, we're both
my
chaotic evil.
goodness, We're like a crazy team.
Although I would argue a lot of the things I've done in my backstory, not evil. But there we go. So next week we're probably going to be having the Q&A because it's the last week of November that month, and we need to do the prize draw and stuff. So it's probably going to be you'll find out on Monday, but it's probably going to be Q&A time.
Maybe there'll be an extra one, but I don't know yet.
We'll see. But we should There is, as I mentioned at the beginning, there's a side quest that you can do at any point in the story. So next time we can do Adventure 6, or we can do the side quest instead at any time. So I imagine you don't want to leave it until like the last one, but I don't know. I've got no idea what the side quest entails.
Well, we're
So
now exactly
that's something that we
halfway.
can do. Yeah, we are halfway through. So there we go. I'm starving, so let's
Starving Marvin.
find food. Thanks everyone for watching and being with us. Oh yeah, and it's Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, and it's the Beatles Get Back, most importantly. 6 hours of the Beatles. Everyone, get Disney Plus. Everyone, get sitting and watching 6 unseen hours of the Beatles making timeless music. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the best thing. Just the best thing.
But we're not going to Grid.
No, unfortunately not. I would love to be at GridCon again and making a sequel to one of the best videos I've ever made. Check out the GridCon video if you haven't seen it. It's great. I say that even though I made it. It really makes me laugh watching it back.
The highlight is my singing at the end.
Yeah, Rach, sing you a little tune. Not this time, maybe like the next one. I don't know if it's like next, because there was supposed to be like one earlier in the year, wasn't it? Understandably not, because lockdowns and business. But yeah, 2022 is going to be the year of some kind of return to physical things. Maybe we'll see though. Not this one though, unfortunately. But have fun there. Thing is, about Weather Machine has arrived back at Gaming Rules HQ. So book yourselves in for a game of Weather Machine if you fancy it and you're going to GridCon. And if you're not going to GridCon and you can go to GridCon, go to GridCon. Watch my video. It'll really sell you on it. Anyway, we're going to go now. Thank you very much for being here, everyone. Check out the post on Monday. Sign up for patreon.com/slickerdrips. Give us a tip on Ko-fi if you don't want to be on a Patreon. Or just watch if you want. It's up to you. Thank you very much for doing any of the things that you would like to do, though. The side quest is repeatable. Maybe we'll be side questing next time, though. Thank you very much for watching and helping out and hanging out with us, everyone. We will see you very soon. Bye.